Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld as long as the upload speed does what it's supposed to do. So here we are, trying to figure out the pathways, and I realize I slept. That already reset all the lights and stuff. That's okay, I can fix that. I can fix that by figuring out exactly just how far this is supposed to extend off to. I don't know how far over in this direction I planned on going. Howdy howdy, you're indeed first. Maybe I'll only go up until this area or so. Ice Cream Station currently is not a part of any established settlement. I gotta say that there are only 2 established settlements. It'd be kinda cool if I can assimilate all the way in Devia Plateau over to where my 130 house is. I think that was 130 that I started in. Can't remember. It's been so long since I last had huzzah stuff going on over there. Alright, so well, those slime's now gone. I was going to move on the lights this way. What did I say, 9 between or was it 10 between? 9 and the lamp is 10, so 1. Boop. Boop. Alright, so we'll start here. I'll figure out how we're going to handle the lights below, but that's alright. So then over here should be the space between. All these minecart tracks they travel to different areas. I have one centralized location, and then they all wee off into the different branches of the world. Okay, so 6 blocks plus lamp. And then over here is 4 blocks plus lamp. I guess on this side I just have to figure out the midpoint. Do I need one more? We'll leave it like this for now. So I don't know how far off in this direction I'm going to go. But for the time being, I plan on keeping the settlement pushed off in this way. I don't know where the central area is. I'll figure that out if I were to establish the areas. You know what I could do? I could build walls around this settlement. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. So 1. Now where on this side should I put the lights? I was planning on having 1 on each side of the path, but I don't know how effective that's going to end up being. I also don't know how dark this area is going to be. Because ideally, nothing lower than 9. Currently we're already hitting that on this side. That's okay. I'll probably only end up having torches way back here since I don't think I'll be able to put the redstone for the lights off in that area. I will always keep my minecart tracks. What's the point of spending the time to dig it all up? Therefore, I recommend everyone keeps theirs. Lamp. I don't know if I'll be able to put the lamp way over here. Probably keep it more like there. Or there at least so it's centered. And then for along this way, branching off of this light. .2 whatever. What do you mean upgrade the tracks? Upgrade the tracks to what? Alright, how far until we hit the darkness is that here? 13, 11, 10, 9. There we go. So that works on the outside, but I don't know if that's going to work for the inside. Didn't I just sleep at the end of yesterday? How's it already nighttime? I think saddled pigs off of entities in minecart making a monorail. Do you know how much effort is required for that? You can't just lay tracks on the ground and call it a monorail. Where's my bed? What version's coming out? 1.21.6. Is that still what the next version is? I haven't been keeping up with Minecraft news in a while. Huzzah! Other timer reset. Alright, so I'll need to place another lamp over there, then probably figure out where the darkest point is between that lamp and that direction. I think we're also going to keep using looting on these slimes because I'm out of slime just about. Level up. Wasn't I already at 50? Maybe I spent a level naming something. Alright, anyways, so 4 blocks from there. Boop. Alright, so then the midpoint between all of this, based on light levels, this one's 9, 9. This one is 8 though. 9, 8, 8. Which means technically it's there where the 10 is. So that goes down to 11. That goes to 10. Or was that because I jumped? Okay, yeah, that is because I jumped. Well, there we go. Now we're getting there. We have some sort of established area. I still don't know how I'm going to make these look nicer other than just having the lamps be popping up above ground. One step at a time, I say. How much space? Boop, I think. Was it 5 blocks away from the path or 6? 6. One more. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'll keep working on the pathway then, and then expand a little bit of the light over here. Some of these torches will be able to be removed. Already at 24 lamps. Oi. I haven't even gone anywhere, I'm just lighting up the pathway. I still don't know yet what I'm going to do for the next house, but I should logically design it based around redstone lamps. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. You've now learned that you can break lamps without a tool. I don't even think pickaxes make it faster. Pickaxes don't make it faster. Block. Oop. Alright, we're just going to put that one in the corner then. For as much as I like redstone lamps, I don't use them enough. I wonder if I can get away with putting that one in the corner. We'll find out. Six. Nope. Nah, we're gonna put that one there, because I don't think I want it below. Oop. Alright, there we go. We're making progress, I'd say. Question is, where's the darkest point over in this corner? So between there and there, the way lighting works, it's probably around here. Yeah, this one's 7, so I'll put that one there. That'll take care of all of this. What was Vibrant Visuals again? The third version of the Super Duper graphics pack? I've not at all been keeping up with that. The second version was Minecraft with RTX. This one actually exists. Minecraft with RTX exists, it just never took off. The reason why I say it never took off is because I don't see people using it on the regular. And I'm pretty sure that's still only for Windows 10 and 11. I don't think it ever came to console, because RTX required graphics card. Alright, so we are looking at... This is a very non-valid area. Howdy, howdy, welcome back. I'll start... I don't know, maybe from here. Let's keep that one over in the corner then. 1. Guess if I wanted, I could put the lamp in the ground there. But no, I want to keep it up top, 1 block above standard ground level. That way the light goes farther. Boop. Sure, I'll keep that there. It's not much more on this pathway I have to go. Ten goes here. This has got to be a challenge. Think I'll be able to turn that lamp on? Oh, in fact, with that taken care of, I'll still have to light up this area as well. Man, it's so much easier just plopping down torches. Alright, so I said 6 blocks from the path, midpoint. I wonder if this will reach far enough. That way I'll only have a secondary row here. I think I did this one wrong, because it's 6. Oop. Oh, we're good. I thought it was about to fall into the water. 6, and then the final block. So now we investigate this area. Does this need any lamps? Yes, it will. Alright, so to do that, go based on this direction. Oop. So if it's 5 then there, then that would mean block. This will be a challenge, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Probably. Does that keep all this nice and bright? Close enough. Famous last words. Oh, this is not, though. This is 7. I'll have to... boop. No, if I'm going to put one there, I might as well put one there. Yeah, there's much less thinking required when you lay down lights. I should say whenever you lay down torches. This one I'm trying to maximize range because how expensive the lights are. Relatively. Only expensive because I don't have endless supply of redstone for the time being. How many volumes in total were there originally released? 28. Alrighty. I think this is where that pathway comes in, because I'm realizing I have the pathway there. I think we're going to extend this real fast. Let me just say bye-bye to all of you. And so I need this to keep going forward. And my inventory is filling up with torches. I'll take it. Lag spike because of chunk border. Still not fixed, hopefully soon. Alright, so here's where I have a problem. This is only a level 1 pathway, whereas this is 2. This is 2 blocks wide. That means I could A, just completely ignore that when working on this, or what I could do, we're going to toss that temporarily, or what I could do is extend the pathway 1 block over here. I'll need to see how it looks first, where the 1 meets up with the 2. I'm so mad that's on the chunk border, because I'm just trying to work here. But if I have the 2 meeting up with the 1, I feel like this does indeed look a little weird, especially if I start plopping down more lights over here. So we're going to turn this into a 2 block wide pathway, because I don't want it to be right up against the edge. And now let me find something I could set down. I don't have anything I can set down right now, unless if I were to finish up the rest of the lamps. Oh wait, hold up, that's an incomplete stack. There we go, now I can pick up the slabs. I'll also need to reset the weather timer as I look around for my bed. There it is. I need to remember I set it off near the, what do I call this again? Last sapling standing. I should add this one to the document. I'll need to remember what episode I've planted it on. Alright, so next step is put light here. Nine, which means lamp goes here. That's also another inconvenient. Oh wait, hold on. I'm supposed to keep that. Lamp goes there, but that's also another inconvenient area for it. That'll keep this all nice and bright though. I don't know what I'm gonna do after I finish up this area because we're only at 5 lamps left, and I'm definitely running out. Running out of places to put them. Wait, that one's 10. Yeah, all of these can go as well. Is the slime trying to get to me from down there? Nope, can't see me. I want to say slimes used to be able to see you from any location, and then that was fixed. I should say they were able to see through blocks. Hopefully all of this is nice and bright. Of course, I won't have to worry about the lights so much once we hit 1.18. Lamp, lamp. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Alright, so we'll need to come back here with more lamps, and I could probably put away a lot of this gravel. Oh, unless if I wanted to start making the pathways now, except I'm rather low on space to begin with. I will say though, if I were to finish this whole stack, this is less than that, assuming I collected only dirt. Math, math, math. Alright, so thing is, I don't know where exactly I'd want the pathways to go, unless if I were to work on something way over to the bounce castle, because that way I could also start spending more slabs. In fact, here, why don't I map out the pathway for now? I think we're also going to bring all this together, and I'll start picking up torches. At least the ones near the pathway. I feel like once I see the amount of space that I'm working with, it'll be easier to decide what goes where. Step one is bringing all this together, though. That's here. Why don't I just do this first? So eventually, this entire pathway is going to be lined with redstone lamps. And the goal is to fill the spaces in between as well. How did I end up with an odd number of slabs, though? It's probably from one of the pathways that was only 1 block wide. I don't care enough about frog lights to do whatever sort of setup there. I'll acquire them for the block museum, and that'll probably be it. We're gonna have to cross the tracks again if I need to get over here. In fact, here, first things first, how about we free up inventory space. Pop a bunch of dirt down in here. We'll see if my mind changes about frog lights in several years once I eventually hit 1.19. I'm not thinking that far ahead. This is a rather large front door. Hopefully none of the children come bouncing out of there. No lawsuits on my world. Oops, I think this went too far. If that pathway only goes up to there, then I could probably shorten this a little bit. Save off that block, and then do this. So here's where things get interesting. I have minecart tracks here, and I have a slope. That means any sort of slabs would have to go right between. I've been mentioned a lot recently, but that's not out in the wild. That's by someone who's commented on my stuff. And so I did something similar. You're talking about another Polyworld. What other stuff would I have done? Walk to the Nether Farlands, but I'm pretty sure we all know each other. I remember the last time someone actively looked to see if there were any journeys going on that were close or completed. There we go. A monolith journey. Oh, I see. When you say almost mentioned in the wild, was it not me? Or was it someone I already know? Only villager was killed by a zombie. That villager was not meant to live. He built his little settlement away from everybody else. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Alright, let me place down all this dirt. This is a random hole here that can be removed. You remove a hole, though. You fill in a hole. How do you remove a hole? English, am I right? It is removed from the world when it is filled in. But a hole is emptiness. You cannot move emptiness. You can only replace emptiness with something not empty. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna put here yet, but this is some nice flat area now. Villagers do build their own houses. That's why you find a village. Presumably, the houses were built by them. Occam's razor implies that the villagers built their own houses. The reason is, you would have to assume other beings built them. Howdy, howdy. Oh, you mean after you find them? Howdy, potato. Do we consider old versions to be canon, though? Are we saying that the testificates are still what they were? The problem with that is, if you take Minecraft Legends into account, the piglins and the overworld and all that battle within Legends happens before the main game of Minecraft. We didn't get piglins until 1.16. We already had all the hostile mobs before then. Where's the Zelamoon? Can I not sleep yet? Built that one guy in Mojang who was tasked with building seeds. That's a very literal way to look at it. Come on. Where's the Zelamoon? Internal server's not frozen, right? No. There we go. Eyes turn red, you can go to bed. Alright. Now we have a nice flat area over there. Everything is Zelinator branded to make it very obvious which resource pack we're using here. It didn't start out that way. It started out with just neon grass. I still have the original version for beta 1.6. No, that's not true. I still have the neon grass for alpha 1.2. Beta 1.6 was when I made a dedicated texture pack out of it, and so on and so forth. I have not read any Minecraft comics, official or unofficial. I don't even know if there are any official comics. 1, 2, 3, 4. Light goes... Oh, wait, I don't have any more lights. That's why I stopped and I worked on pathways. Whoops. Alright, let's just fill all that in real fast. Maybe this is the part where I take a break from placing lamps down. It feels kind of weird though, only having half the area half the pathways lit up with lamps, and the other pathway just not included at all. So here's what the current game plan is. We're gonna head back. Now that my inventory is nice and freed with space, we're probably going to put away the gravel, be done with pathways for now, and then start hooking up the redstone underneath the lamps. Used ender pearls to transport between seeds. That's an interesting way to go about it. It's been a long while since I've seen the entire Fallen Kingdom series. One day I'll go back and rewatch and re-listen. I've heard Fallen Kingdom itself so many times though because it's part of a top 10 Minecraft songs from 2012 that I re-listen over and over again when I want 40 minutes of Minecraft music. I've been hearing the same 10 songs for years. Yeah, back when the piglins were first shown off, a lot of people said, these look kind of similar to the pigmen we see in the Fallen Kingdom series. The designs were so very similar. I'll take the food. Put away the slime. Outer buzz, is that important? No. Alright, toss all that. So, we'll put away the gravel for now. We'll put away most of it. I might need some just for little branches. Pathway branches, I should say. Keep the slabs. Hold on to the extra torches because at some point I'll need them. So now, we're looking for more of our dust, along with probably not too many torches, I'd like to hope. But we're going to need a lot of repeaters. I'll leave that last stack for now. Alright, so we're looking for... I have shovel, pickaxe durability, I have torches for down below. I don't need a lever. I don't think I need any extra lamps. You know what? No, hold on. While I'm here, I might as well craft an extra stack. I'm pretty sure if I should say, I don't know if it was ever officially established, but I thought it was well known that that's where the iron golem design came from. Let me do all this. Underestimated the amount of redstone I was getting per block. There we go. So now I'm all prepared for future uses, but we're going to hold on to these for now. Nom 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 nom. There's also good old-fashioned beta 1.8 Enderman versus Slenderman. Alright, so I needed to hook up whichever location is going to work best for all these lamps. If no one's made a resource pack, feel free to work on one yourself. You would be the first. I don't know why I never filled that in before. I'm in this area so much. Oh well. Eventually, this world will be made smooth. You just have to do it one block at a time. Alright, so the starting point... Jibida. Farewell. Thank you for your slime ball. So the starting point is going to be one of the wires down here. Question is, which direction is going to be most favorable? One block at a time, as in Jib's ideology of how Minecraft should be done. I'm pretty sure it's written in his big Mojang book that he showed off at one of the lives. Because he was saying, we want players to do each action one block at a time. The April Fool's version came out after that concept. Alright, I'm thinking, because if a lot of the city's gonna be off in that way, that's probably, it would probably be better to use wires over on this side if I just hook up the lamps themselves. I'd have to keep track of every single lamp. You know what I should have done? I should have dug a hole underneath every one of these. Because now I have to run the wires underground. Alright, well here, step one. Gonna get rid of that. If I really wanted, I could just mark the coordinates of every single one of these. It's probably what it's gonna have to come down to. I don't know when, but eventually I might watch Monty Python in its entirety. Oop. You know, hold on here. Let me put that back if I'm just gonna keep it like this anyway. There we go. I don't need to waste inventory space. Oh, you know what I could do? I could keep track of the pathway. Or, you know, never mind. I have a better idea. I have the idea that's going to be path of least resistance. Just dig the hole next to the lamps. Have topside access. I can fill in the area next to the lamps later. I'm sure given enough time, someone will make Tears of the Kingdom in Minecraft. Did 13-year-old you remember to keep backups of the world? Keep backups of every multiplayer map you play on. Because you can't trust the other person. Or other people. With how big a franchise Zelda is, you could probably look up what the mathematical height in total is. Oops. Alright, so this is where things are going to be a little bit tricky, but that's okay, I'll figure it out. It's all just put the wire somewhere else. And I think it occurred to me, I don't have a way out of here anymore. I'm pretty sure it's all filled in now. Oh, never mind, I do. Good job, me of the past. So let me get rid of this. I might make this a proper staircase at some point. Oh, well, here. Well, now that it's nighttime, there are monsters nearby. That's unfortunate. Why are you so easily fooled with installers? You should have learned after the first one. Maybe even two. Or is that the... Nope, okay, so that's not where the redstone is. Alright, well, we'll keep going. We'll just hope whatever monster is preventing me from sleeping will walk away, and I can then successfully sleep. There we go. Howdy, Mr. Pig. Or is this it? Are we almost done here? Because I'm getting tired of digging all this up. I'm ready just to lay down the wires already. I don't know how I'm going to handle that lamp. I'll figure it out later. I guess there's still more. Oi. I think I came around full circle by now, though. I don't know how I'll deal with these either. Oh, that one fell down. I'll pick it up soon. Why is there a big hole there? Did I really happen to place this right on top of that? How did that happen? Alright, now I think I'm all good. Huzzah! Are there statistical numbers for franchise size of Mario compared to Zelda? O'Brien in my world found 3 a.m. Alright, we're gonna hope we're all set. I'll need to remove all these lamps and get a refund. Because I'll need to know which lights are able to be turned on. Mario, I'm sure, is larger, but by what amount? That's why I asked for reported statistics of a hopefully reliable source. Wait, what? Why did I do this one backward? In fact, I did a couple of these backwards. Why did I put the block first, then the lamp? Oop. I don't know why I was doing that either. I was paying attention to whatever y'all were saying, I guess. I think those were the only few. Hopefully. Oops, I forgot to get rid of that gravel. There we go. Alright, we're making progress. Hopefully. This is one of those, it would be nice to have a second player, because that way I could stand on the lamp and then just say, go over to my name tag and dig up for the next one. If you want to start another project, start another project. Can't guarantee you'll see it through to completion though, before starting another project. Is this it? Did I get my refund on lamps? Hooray! Alright, cool. So now I just have to take care of all this without bad guys spawning. So if I have Zelenite Co's over there, I might do it across the way over here. Have this one be pathway lights. And, here I'll start at the top. When I only have 3 lines to write, I usually start at the top. I'm going around looking for any other blocks I left behind. I think we're all good. And so now, I'll probably start along the pathway going to here. So what block is this? Let me whip out good old-fashioned notepad. 488 and 621. So from there, from this block, it's 2 lamps forward. In fact, here, how about I focus on the outside? So then this one is 488, 641. Oh, wait, you know what? That makes sense, because if there are 10 blocks in between, so then this one's 611. When I totally forgot I did everything on intervals of 10. Oop. That's not the staircase anymore. Staircase is over here. Alright, so 488 and any of those numbers are what I'm looking for. So I said this pathway, or I should say this line. Alright, so this is 488, and then 21 is going to go over to here. Let's drop a torch, keep it nice and bright. Oh wait, there's the lamp, hello. Oops, wow, they really did break the rendering on the pie chart. I think it renders the back faces. Someone flipped a number. I remember reading about that in the recent 1.15 pre-release changelogs. Oops, I went too far. This is 41. I'll figure out the empty space later. I just have to get the lights up there. So... oh wait, this is only 621. I have to keep going to 611. And then I'll need to also add 31 on here. I'll figure out the lighting there as well. One step at a time, I say. So now we're going to head up top and see how far across I have to go. I also don't know where I'm going to put the return signal. Because that's this wire. At some point, I'll have to get that one completed. But I don't know where I'll pull it from. Alright, so from over here, 641 remains, and we go all the way until 458. Let's clean all that up. Hooray, basic counting. Oh wait, hold on, that one should be 466. 476. Well, that's interesting. So they ended up lining up, even though these two in the middle are not the same. Well, I already have that one. So then this one is 476. And then 466. I'll do the ones across the pathway from here, and same thing with these. Alright, so my entrance point's way down here. I guess it is kind of nice keeping this cave here. Happen to be in a good area, I suppose. Yeah, so this is the return signal. Eventually, I'll have to do something with that return signal. We'll keep it on for now. That way I know this is the one I'm working with. So in fact, if this is the wire, we're going to have that there. Is it turning dark? Oops. Okay, well anyways, 41 is here, and this goes all the way to 466. Hope y'all like numbers, because I'm going to start saying a lot of them. Boop. Alright, we'll leave that there. I'll be back later. I need to reset the weather timer. I was going to keep my bet on me again, but I realized I still don't have the space for that. So we're going to be smart about this. Huzzah! Let me make sure that there is indeed a signal going out. Let me verify real fast. Oh no, keep that one down. Everything needs to go back up. Oops. Oopsies, hold up. Nope, keep those lights on. Just kidding. Oh, that's what this is. This one's unused. Okay, well either way, all of these can go back up if they're not in use right now. Oh wait, those were already up. Oops. Alright, so the ones I want down, that one's down, this one's down, and I want the internal lights down as well. And the master switch, keep those down as well. Oh, hold on. Did I not do this correctly? Because if I turn this one off... Okay, no, now the light does turn off. Okay, maybe I didn't notice. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. Alright, just making sure all of these are in their correct states. Cannot jump down there. If I do, I will get stuck. Need to avoid all those redstone holes. What I might do is put carpet over them. Alright, so I go all the way to 466. Oh, wait, hold on. Just kidding. We need to keep going. 458. Oops, did this out of order. What's up, Cole? How's it going? That's grass. Why is that grass? Oh, that's why, because it was next to it. I'm unable to provide any assistance with your behavior. This one's 476. There are 486? I don't think so, because there's 488, and there's only 4 lamps. What I'll need to do once I'm up top is start filling in the holes of where I'm done. Oh, wait, you know what I'll need to do? I'll need to put cobblestone 1 block beneath all of these. That way the cobblestone will give me the block I have to power. Because I'm going to put a lamp on top. Oops, this is really low. I'll deal with that soon. I'm going to put a lamp on top of the cobblestone, and the cobblestone is going to help symbolize exactly which block I need to take care of. I'll leave that one undone for now. Alright, every place that has cobblestone, I can now put a torch and fill it in. This particular area, all the lights are going to be connected. I have to hook these all up to one singular torch. Okay, this might not work. Unless if I put a trapdoor there. Otherwise, what I could do is just lower the lamp. My inventory is full once more. So if the lamp goes there, empty space. That's the cobblestone. There's the torch. There's the lamp. There we go. Leave that one because that one's still empty as well. I've had difficulties with sticky pistons and redstone blocks before. I'm already placing down the cobblestone and putting the torches on top, of which I've realized I've ran out of torches because it occurred to me, oh wait, I didn't account that I was going to have one torch per lamp. I was thinking, I don't need that many torches. There's not any logic. It's just sending the signal far distances. Oh, the mistake I've made. But that's okay if I had sticks on me. In fact, what I'll probably end up doing is just leaving this as is. I'm not going to use a daylight sensor. I want the lights on, controlled by the switch. I could take limited lighting plus the switch, but I don't plan on doing that. You don't make redstone in the crafting book. Use the crafting book to automatically make redstone for you. Inventory creek. Last I heard, a creek was where small water flows. Alright, so what I could do is put away dirt. In fact, I put away cobblestone as well. And coal, even though I know I'm gonna... You know, here, we'll keep the coal because I know we're gonna keep picking that up. Smooth stone slabs can be huzzad. I've decided we're gonna hold off on the repeaters. I'll take all these, but we're gonna make another stack after this. And speaking of torches, since I keep picking them up, I think we're gonna temporarily leave 2 stacks right here. In fact, here, I'll leave 3 stacks right there. This will free up a bunch of inventory space, make me feel better. Oop, I don't have that many sticks. Good thing I have all this wood over here. In fact, it's a great thing I have all this wood over here. I don't have that many planks either. Why don't I turn a bunch of this into planks right now? Oops, not the iron. Might as well fill up the plank chest because at some point in the future I'm going to need all these as planks. 2, 3, 4. Alright, one more stack. There we go. Okay, so now let me take another stack of these. And all of these are going to get turned into sticks. I need the sticks. In fact, let me combine these, make my stack of torches. There we go, free up an inventory slot. What am I doing at 20? 20 what? Oh, what were you doing? Not what was I doing? Or I should say, what am I doing? At 20, I was doing the same thing I was doing now. I wasn't doing UMP, that's not true. UMP did not start yet. But yeah, I was doing just about the same thing. Game development and video games. Watching some YouTube. Every once in a while, I upload a YouTube video. I don't think I was uploading all that often at that time. I can assure you, we are quite different. That you can find similarities in anything, though. I've said before, if you look, you will find them. Oh, let me smooth this out, it was bothering me. Plus, I might as well pick up a little extra dirt. Okay, I'm not going to look at this area, because I'm going to keep working on it. I don't want to keep working on it. I have redstone to lay down. So let's find the next set of tunnels, because if this goes all the way over to here, and I forgot I ran out of torches. If this goes over to here, the next axis I'm looking for is this one. Let me clean all my numbers again. So then now we go 455, 636, 26, 1606, 96, and then that's where it stops for now. Huzzah! Nope. Eyes turn red, you can go to bed. I don't want to go all the way down into the tunnels because then I'd have to come back up. If I really wanted, since I already dug the holes underneath all of these, lamps, I could have put the torches on top of these and buried them again. However, in doing so, that means the torch would be on dirt and I wouldn't know when to stop digging the dirt if I'm down below. And I totally took the long way. Oops. Alright, so this one's over here, which means I'll have to go down and zoop on through. And what I say, 55? If I really wanted, I could just leave this as is. I don't have to go back up. This way I don't need to, I'd rather be lower down than up above, because I can always dig up when I need to reach the lights. There's a cave. Is this what prevented me from sleeping before? Very well could be. Yeah, since that's dirt up there, we're going to keep going all the way to 596. Uh-oh. Hello, how's it going? Hi, back, how's it going? Terrible puns every day. Oh, this is not in a good area. I have to go up here. This is 596. Alright, hold on. Let me just fill all this in with dirt real fast. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna fill that in later, because what I need to do first is make sure that all of these are dug up, and I want the dirt. Sorry, Torch, didn't mean to get rid of you. I hear that slime up above. And end of the line. Alright, so. Howdy, Minty. Hold on. Let me guess. Your favorite YouTuber is streaming. Alright, I'll be back later because I think this is the part where I start working on all the branches. Let me lay down the cobblestone in this tunnel first, and then I'll go back and start figuring all this out. Because I'll need one set 2 blocks away from this lamp, and then that one's all on the inside because I've been sticking to the outside of the pathway. So I'll need 2 blocks away from each of these lamps on the inside, and then I'll need one for the outside, but that one's gonna have to be the midpoint between the 2 sets. Alright, let me just look at this real fast because I need to know how many of these have the opposite side. I'll need to take care of that. So not this farther piece, but other than that, I guess maybe what I'll try to do, see if I can do that one up. I've heard of Odd Squad. Was it an old cartoon? If it was, I never watched it. I say old, but airing while I was still alive. Well, as if if I'm not currently, but airing while I am indeed. Okay, it was live action. It was still a kid's show, right? Oops, I didn't put the... Hold on. Alright. It did sound familiar, because I'm pretty sure I saw commercials for it way back when. SCP for kids. Interesting. Okay, so this corner piece doesn't have one 2 blocks away, but all of these along this side do. Let me start putting down the lamps. I feel the sneeze coming. Pineapple. Pineapple, 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 pineapple. Leave me alone. Alright, so those are all now nice and bright. I feel like this is gonna look a little weird having a 1 in the floor. Oh well, too late. So let me go find the goods. You know what I could do if I really wanted? I could start spending all that wool I have. Some of the colors that I'm not going to need. I could start spending all that colored wool. And from there, make paintings. Put paintings on top of all these lamps. I should say put the paintings on the side of all the lamps. I'm also going to bypass that real fast. Alright, so this corner piece does not have any. But this one, 1, 2, 3, there it is. And then this one should also. There it is. Okay, if that one's floating, I'll have to put the cobblestone there. With a name titled Odd Squad, that's just about what I would be anticipating. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fill that one in or not. We'll figure that out later. And they did this live action. Interesting. Was this something you used to watch, which is why you remembered it? That's already filled in, but that's okay. Oh wait, hold on. While I'm here... Kid possessed with... obsessed with potatoes. Does that mean you remember watching it too? Okay, I feel like I'll have to drop that one down as well. I'll take care of that water soon. They even had a movie. It was that popular. Yeah, I think that one will have to go down as well. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe not. Maybe I've just been doing this wrong. Oh wait, I can't do that because I have to put the torch down. I can't say I've heard of Cyber Chase. Maybe I didn't have to move those. Hold on, now I'm questioning my decision. Alright, up, down, up, down, up, down. I feel like it's going to take far longer getting the areas established for each of these lamps than it is to place them down. I should say than it is to run the wire to each of them. I forgot that side. Oop. Okay, so yeah, this one will be fine. Oopsies. I need to remember to pick that up. Alright, so this one... Yeah, this one will have to go down. Oopsies. Oh wait, hold on. All that dirt I've been digging up and I've been placing down, I kind of needed that back now. Yeah, so this one was right. It is supposed to be higher. Same thing with this one. Alright, so this will have to go down, but the reason why is I'll have to figure out how to light that up. Oh, wait. You know what, I can... I'll come back with dirt later, fill that in. First, eyes turn red, you can go to bed. Reset the weather timer. Maybe this is the part where I start branching outward. So from a lamp, it's the 5th block. And then from there, it's the 6th block. Alright, I'm going to start out on this side because all of that is consistently spaced. And I went all the way around again because I keep thinking the entry point is on the bottom when it's up here. Oh wait, hold up. Didn't I have cobblestone over here I needed to pick up? Don't tell me it took too long. We're gonna hope I picked up whatever it was that fell. I feel like I'm not good at remembering specific episodes either, with TV shows and whatnot. I do remember shows though. Alright, so that one's way up there. Maybe I should branch up. Alright, well, let me open that real fast. And then over here, the 5th block is this one. And then it's the 6th block. Hello. Ow. Definitely haven't been here before. Thanks, Green Bean. There's this one, right? Aha! There we go. All that effort. Alright, we are gonna light this up real fast. We're close enough to the surface where I'd like to hope that it just sort of ends. Can you not set me on fire, buddy? Dragons in a fantasy world. Were there children involved? Was it called Dragon Tale? I don't remember what world that took place in. I remember something about that. I remember the opening. If you look up Dragon Tale, or Dragon Tales, I can't remember if it was singular or plural. But anyways, I remember seeing that on, and I remember nothing else about the show other than borderline part of the intro. I don't know how much I watched, but I definitely remember back when it was on. Alright, so that one's all taken care of. So now over here. So this is the next lamp. What did I say? 5 blocks is the midpoint? Alright, cool. There's the next lamp. I don't think I remember. Hello, buddy. I don't think I remember ever hearing about Between the Lions. That one does not sound familiar. Do Zombo villagers turn into drowned? Just like regular Zombies? I don't think we're gonna find out. I think he's breathing again. Oh well. I watched a little bit of Wildcrats during a time. I never really got super into it. Zillagers don't become drowned. Interesting. Makes sense though if they are considered 2 different species. Oh wait, no, this one's 5. Excuse me, Torch. You gotta go. There's that lamp, and then I think one more maybe? Oh wait, here, let me place down the cobblestone first. Is that gonna have to move? Nope. Alright, trust the lamps. I'll verify whether or not they have to move later. Oh! He's gone now. There he is. At some point we might get drowned zombie villagers. Alright, let's open that up. The urge to just get rid of that lava because I don't really need it. But at the same time, that's a bunch of light. All that light's going to prevent bad guys from spawning. Alright, so let's see just how many tunnels we've cleaned up. And I'll also need to see how many more on this other side. Step 1 is laying down the torches I have, which is right now only 2. Hey, this will free up another inventory slot though. I never watched Curious George, but I do remember when it was on. I still haven't taken care of that lamp. Or the ones over here. I'll probably have to mark out these 3 coordinates, because this one's 647. Oh, no, it's not. It's 471. 462, 471. And then this one's over here. Yeah, each of these are different. So I'll do that later. I'll need to branch out from here. So if that's from where those lights are, this one should keep going all the way to 449, 641. I think, though, in regards to Curious George, even if I never watched the show, I'm pretty sure I saw the movie from the early 2000s, perhaps. Nope, I didn't fill that one in. Oh, right, because I have to deal with all the water down there. Oop. Yeah, I am currently dirt deficient, but that's alright, because I could solve that rather quickly here. So 641 is that one, right? I think. No, so that's the one I wrote down. So then this one, 453, 645. Six, 7, and then one more for now. Just kidding. We have 2 more after this. This is why I like a standardized approach to builds. So that way, all of these line up nice and neatly. Or if these both needing to figure out my own system over here, these do not line up all nice and neatly. Alright, so let's keep it going. Oh, sun's going down. Reset the weather timer, catch some Z's, and then we'll keep working on in the morning. Wait, it's been an hour and 20 minutes already. Time flies when you're digging holes. It's so weird to hear Xbox One as an Xbox One in 2016 as a Christmas gift, because I grew up with the 360. The 360 being the Xbox folks wanted. Alright, let me head back down. That's not the correct path. There are cave sounds. I should say cave sounds play whenever there's an area with a light level of 0 nearby. You don't have to be in the darkness. There just has to be an area with light level of 0 nearby. Alright, so we're looking at 449. That's this one. Okay, so then from here, 453. But I'll also need 645. There you go. Yeah, we're still at 1.15. This is currently using the system I'm familiar with. Once 1.18 rolls around, I'm not going to know what the technical details of anything is. That's kind of where my knowledge ends, beyond very basic stuff. So that one was 53. Yeah, so if this one was 53, I need 62. Going all the way to 647. Peekaboo, I see you. In fact, while I'm here, I'll just boop all of that. I have 129 dropped frames, 0.0%. And so now I need 71. 71 is 47. Howdy, howdy to you as well. Then 482, 46. Oops, not that one. I might have to lower that one down, or if that's on the backside, I could just build it up. I'll make that decision. Guess I'll have to make that decision now. Alright, well first, I'll need to see how many along this center pathway as well. Thankfully, now I have some dirt to cover up all those torches. Because that one doesn't have one across, but this one does. So yeah, I could just boop, 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 boop. No one will ever know. I don't know all the different blocks comparators are used for. But for the most part, I just know how they function with containers, and I know how to use the compare side. The actual compare portion of the side input versus the rear input. If people are playing on their own world, they're totally welcome to do as much block duplication as they see fit. That is my opinion as of now, because I'm pretty sure I've said different things in the past. I don't remember what me back in 2017 said. It's so nice seeing all these lamps on and not have to worry about any of the stuff. Alright, so I forgot about this one. Oops. Alright, well, one step at a time. Let me keep filling all this back in. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Never mind then. Alright, so this one is currently across from this lamp, but not as far forward. This one is 461. 461, 631. Can't remember the last time I've heard someone use the term laissez-faire. Honestly, it was probably English class, 10th or 11th grade, because we were learning it. Drop that torch, make me feel better. Oh wait, this is 31, so we go all the way to 61. Peekaboo, I see you. Oop. Alright, there we go. Why would you want your silk touch shears without mending? Is there anything else? Not particularly. I think these are all now taken care of. With how far I have to travel to exit the tunnel, I'm kind of tempted to build additional staircases. Or maybe if I had ladders, build maintenance hatches. Okay, I could probably take care of these two. This one, let me clean all my previous numbers. 79606, and then this one, 485, 611. You're displaying the variants. Here's a question for you. How many possible enchantment variations are there then? Because I think to myself, that's not worth the effort. So then this one is 485, 631. Have you seen Endevia Plateau lately? It already is server spawn. You don't need Silk Touch for leaves. Regular shears work on leaves. Unless they change that without telling me. That was the point of their, well, I should say one of the points for their addition back in beta 1.7. Did I already write this down? Was it 494, 626? Nope, not yet. Alright, well, let's start taking care of all these lamps next. I don't know how I'll deal with the cliff faces, but one step at a time. I need the access points first. You only care about 4 variants. Yeah, that's not for me. Alright, so we are looking for... You know, here, this keeps bothering me. Where's the next tunnel I have to dig? We're gonna... 631. Peekaboo, I see you. Okay, I feel better. Because that was annoying. And now that's all taken care of. Maybe you're just having a bad internet day over there. That happens to everyone. So now it's 485. 611. Alright, so I should probably start crossing these off. Which one was this? This one was 631 and 611. Those are now gone. So then... Is there anything after that? Nope, because next is 626, which is this one. And then this one goes all the way to 494. Aha! This is Claptrap from Borderlands. Do I not have water? Or sorry, do I not have dirt? I do have dirt, but that was grass. That's why I was unable to pick block it. You said a bunch of words, of which I think to myself, I don't see the correlation, because I don't know what you're talking about, what toy this is. So that was 626. Next is 621. I could not pineapple that one. Yeah, the fact that you think FNAF before Borderlands makes me sad, as Borderlands been around since, I think the first game was released in 09. How far do I need to go? 621 and 499. Hello. Pikachu, I see you. Place that down. There we go. Alright, so from there, that's another number I can cross off. And next is 416. No, sorry, 615. Two different numbers. First one, you're at 494. And then the next one is going to be 500, which I think is also next to the water. Yep, a doodle do. So, there's the part where, if that's right at the edge, what we do is this. And then, boop. There we go. Okay, so with that taken care of, next one is 606, which it looks like we ran out of pathway here. Wait, what? 606? Oh, it was over here. Oopsies, hold up. Went too far. Oh wait, did I write down the wrong number? I did write down the number 608, not 606. Oopsies. Alright, you. I was never here. Okay, keep this one though. How to get rid of that one. We'll just do the same thing, I suppose. Is this your first comment? This is not your first comment. You've been here before. Howdy, welcome back. Let me breathe real fast. Hello. I totally forgot. I need to reset the weather timer. Let's go do that real fast. Because I done goofed. All these bad guys are around here. Oh, if you're talking about this stream, then yeah. You haven't been here today before. Z, all the way home. There's an arrow in my leg. Oh, that's what went wrong. I don't have the inventory space. Big oop. That's okay. I'm still on space. Alright, let me start putting down torches along with the dirt to fill these in. Alright, well, that was fun while it lasted. Let me also get rid of this real fast. I still have that bow I need to pick up. I'll do that soon. let me first... Can I just like, huzzah? Ah, not fast enough. Oops. Okay, so that goes there. Set that down. Boop, boop. Oh, no, hold on. That doesn't need to be there. Oh, wait. That means this is supposed to be... Boop. Aha! The torch is still on. Cool. Alright, so now I can go pick up that bow. And then it'll be time to venture off. Thank you, bow, which has gone straight into the chest, never be touched again unless combined with other bows. So how many more of these can I plop down the torches for? This is such a slow process, trying to get this all taken care of. Oh, I still haven't even done that one yet. You know what I could do? This one I might just move over. I don't feel like having it here. Let me instead probably put it there, that way it lines up with that one. I can just branch off directly. Alright, well anyways, with that taken care of, now off we shall go. Time to get back to the warehouse because I need to clean out my inventory. Too much stuff, not enough space. Says those, don't tell me, hold on. I remember this commercial, they were on all the time back when I was a wee lad, watching TV. It was the vacuum sealed storage packs, but I can't remember what they were called. I remember the commercials. I remember the demonstrations. Was it called Packet? Does anyone remember if it was called Packet? I feel like it was. I don't know though. Alright, I can't remember. Alright, so now I can put away stone that's been cobbled. I'll keep that stone because I want to switch back to the regular. Yeah. Since I have not been mining as much coal and iron, all of this can be tossed as well. What did I run out of? I ran out of something. Oh wait, I still have another stack of sticks on me. Whoops. Those can be put away. Those were still in my inventory space. Oh yeah, I got rid of that. I already know what coordinates I'm at now. Alright, next step. Oh well, I guess I was supposed to put away the bones and arrows already. A little too late for that. Alright, now I'm very unlikely ever to touch that bow again. Yeah. Speaking of paintings, turns out I don't have to acquire, or I should say I don't have to make any paintings because I have a bunch already. Good job, me of the past. Probably 11W49A. Pretty sure that's where it all came from. I can't see myself having so many paintings for any other reason. They're all items, they're not blocks, which means... Oh, in fact, paintings were added in InDev anyway. I was gonna say, because there was no previous ID that used to be. And if I didn't craft that many paintings, And I'm pretty sure I gave myself all of them. Alright, there we go. I don't need an item museum, that's too much effort. As it is, blocks is already a little absurd. F3 plus I copies the data to clipboard. What data am I supposed to copy? Oh, an easy way to see how many bees are in the nest. I missed that message. Okay, I see it now. Alright, I'm looking for... dirt. Because I currently have a dirt deficiency because I spent a lot of it in that tunnel that I never finished. We have to finish that tunnel. Yawn. I say as if it's been a long day. It has not particularly been a long day. I just spent a lot of this morning working on more game development. I did that for about an hour and 45 before starting the stream. Other than that, the only thing that I've done this morning was have breakfast. At some point I might see how many bees are in the nest, but we'll see. I'm still rather confident there's already 3 in there, because I saw them, and then I didn't see them. What kind of game am I making? I'm making a little game about triangles. On my channel, from a month ago, I released a video called This is an April Fool's Joke. The joke is that the game is real. It's real and it's almost done. I'm not going to give a release date, because if I give a release date, that's not going to happen. So I'll just say soon, trademark. Alright, so which one? So that lamp I just moved. Do you need to know exactly how many bees there are? I feel like if it's a large scale, it doesn't matter. Is that it? I have extra 16. The last 16 dirt I'm going to be using down below. I don't know what was up with YouTube, but it temporarily said there were 11 concurrent viewers and it jumped back down to 5. And now we're at 4 again. Pretty sure that's a false report, as I'm still only seeing a highest of 7 on the list. Oh well. Alright, so I needed to finish the tunnel way back around here. I remember when Ryan clones were a problem. Thankfully, I don't have that issue anymore. I don't know what Ryan's up to these days. He deleted his Discord account, I think, if I know which user used to be him. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of all of that. And you too, Pikachu, except, surprise! That was all that we had. Let's take a breath, though. Let's take another breath. Fuck, let's be smart about this. Instead of going left to right, we'll work top down. There we go. I think this makes more sense. Is that it? Nope, there's still source water there. There we go. Alrighty, so I think it was this one right here. I have to put a line right next to it. Because I'm pretty sure that next line, it's the 2 blocks, and so it goes up right here. Yep, there it is. Back in the early days of my streaming stuff, there was a guy named Ryan. Moral of the story, he had a bunch of alternate accounts. We're gonna get rid of you, sir. You could be an issue. In fact, hello. We're gonna start plopping down all these torches now. That guy dropped iron. Man, I don't need your mob drops. They're still in my inventory. Inventory space. Another one also dropped iron. This flooded cave is really in a bad area because twice now, 2 different areas, I've had to deal with its shenanigans. Oh, that's why I'm not swimming anymore. I'm hungry. Nom 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 nom. Hello. Goodbye. Anyone else? The answer was a yes. Alright, so now there shouldn't be anything else. Right. I think it's at last been taken care of. So, this is still an area that I have to fill in. I'll be back with more dirt later. So, while I'm here, I'll at least put down the cobblestone, that way I can get the lamp starting. Oh, in fact, it's nighttime. We should catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Would it be faster if I went that way? I don't think I have any more water access. I'm thinking of making the tunnel a complete loop on the top side. I don't know how I'll deal with the redstone. As long as I have the 2 repeaters facing each other, then I won't have to worry about an accidental loop. Yeah, I'm thinking of having a tunnel up here underneath that pathway. And so I'm thinking of connecting the underground portion of here all the way to there. And you, sir, have to be eliminated. You know, I just realized it's not a good idea keeping this lone sapling over here in the item frame. The item frame's an entity. If lightning were to strike in this area within like 5 blocks or something, 5 or 6 blocks, it would target the sapling, the item frame, because that was the nearest entity. Lightning will slide over a few blocks to target entities specifically. So, I'll have to come up with a covering. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll make it out of wood. But I'm not concerned with rain now, so long as I just keep sleeping. What biome is this? Isn't this swamp? Oh, this is all ocean. Hi. Howdy. Wait, weren't you here earlier? If so, welcome back. Alright, I need now... I don't know how I'm going to connect the tunnel from down there to up here. In fact, I've decided, with how I'm doing the tunnels, I'm going to have to say no to you. And instead, we're going to put that lamp here. I don't have Mother's Day today. I had Mother's Day yesterday. Our May 26th is Memorial Day. Mother's Day is always on a Sunday in America. Alright, I think this is the part where... Maybe I'm not going to connect the tunnel. Oh wait, didn't I put a lamp here? If I put the lamp... Yeah, hold up. Alright, I'm gonna have to write that down. I'll have to write down the coordinates for this real fast. I realize I never finished this one, so we are looking at... This is 481, 608. And I guess to figure out the outside portion, I'll start here. This one is 474 and 588. So I'll need to continue on from this pathway, go forward, which means go through the water tunnel, go through the water tunnel even more, all the way over to here. What I'm probably going to end up doing is building upward, because if I could go over the tunnel, that'd make things a little bit easier for me. But first, one step at a time, I have to make sure that I'm still above maybe 36 or so. Thankfully, the terrain up there is higher, which means I don't have to make the tunnel as far down. Alright, well, one thing at a time. I was planning on making it a loop, but then I looked and I realized, oh, the pathway gets only 2 blocks wide over here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday free. You have school on Monday and Friday. That's a rather short week. What did I say? I said 588. Hello, Cave. How's it going? So yeah, this is 588 right here. Then I have to go all the way to 474. Yeah, let me lay down this cobblestone real fast. And redstone lamp. Redstone lamp, cool. Then plus the pathway, plus 1 extra block. Other lamp, cool. Set that down. Set that down. So this is the difficult part because now I have to get the... I'll have to deal with all this. Well, one thing at a time. If that one goes all the way over there... Don't tell me I can't get out of this. Alright, cool. So from here, I have to go... 481. So this is 481, and then I have to go down to 608. Hello, tunnel. How's it going? Oh, is it on the other side? It is. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. This tunnel... Oh, wait, hold on. I have all of these I have to fill in. Oops. I was supposed to go all the way to here. What is this? 488, 591. We're also coming upon the last little minute of the stream here. Alright, so we're gonna fill that in, mostly, because from here, this block was only supposed to go to 488. So yeah, that's a big oopsie on my part, because this one was not supposed to be here. Let me just start filling this back in. But yeah, if y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now. There's more tunnel. Alright, so yeah, we'll be back again maybe tomorrow. If it is tomorrow, though, then tomorrow's gotta be later. But yeah, I believe that's indeed all it for today. we have more light system to keep working on. So yep, that's indeed all it. Thank you all for watching. Bye.